My YouTube subscribers, new subscribers, YouTube viewers, and my Twitter followers. What's in the news? Here's Senator Ron Paul surrounded by protesters, a Republican. I think this is a bullshit broadcast, really, folks. Poor Senator. It's either a stupid senator, which he is stupid, not using your brain, senator, I'm sorry, but you don't walk into mobs, you don't go into fucking streets full of stupid people thinking you're their hero. Let's watch this stupid douchebag. Look, it can't even comb your hair for a fucking interview. If you can't comb your hair, shave off your head. Doesn't make you a skinhead, just makes you fucking one less thing you gotta do, dumbass. Let's play the tape.
I've interviewed since that confrontation. Senator, good morning. That looked scary. Yeah, you know, my wife and I, it was horrific. You know, we had two women with us who were friends of ours. We had looked out, you know, we came out of the speech and we looked into the street. Our hotel was only right across the street from the White House, but we couldn't go because the mob was already chasing people down that chose to go out that exit. So the Secret Service says, get on a bus and ride to the Trump Hotel. So we got on a bus. It took 45 minutes to get through all the mobs. We get there safely, and then we say we'll get an Uber to go all the way.
Yeah, and he's a Republican, but he wrote some law to protect these maniacs, and he thinks he's safe for these fuckies. He's safe because he did some kind of fucking bill or something. Let's keep on listening to his dumbass fucking crazy complain about those maniacs out there. his heroes, you know, he's supposed to be their heroes. But, yeah, piss poor decisions. If he's making decisions on things, he's a fucking idiot. Fucking stupid people. Let's carry on.
Way back where we came from, and we wanted to be dropped off at the hotel, but as we got close to it, the streets were blocked and no one would let us through. And what happened is there was 2 blocks, and I regret that I made this decision, but I said we're going to walk the 2 blocks. We walked 1 block, but as we
let's play it back. We missed something. He was talking about he was sent to another hotel by Secret Service, and then he wanted to call Uber to go take him to the original hotel. What a fucking stupid ass. Unless that hotel was fully booked or something, why didn't you get a hotel room at the other hotel and have your shit brought over by the Secret Service? That's what they do, fucking idiot. Let's play some back here.
But as we got close to it, the streets were blocked and no one would let us through. And what happened is there was 2 blocks, and I regret that I made this decision, but I said we're going to walk the 2 blocks. We walked 1 block, but as we walked 1 block, we could see some police in the distance, but we also saw a mob of about 30 people marching and yelling. They all of a sudden saw me right as we got to the policeman, fortunately, or I don't think we'd have survived. We got to the policeman, and the policeman I don't think recognized me, and as they came closer, they were shouting my name, and the crowd doubled to 60, and then it doubled again to 120. And as they were surrounding us, and it got closer and closer, and everybody kept pushing back, the policemen were forming a barricade with their bodies. I whispered to the policeman, they know who I am, you've got to get reinforcements, it's going to get worse. He called for reinforcements, but we didn't get any reinforcements. We waited, but the crowd was getting bigger and bigger and pushing in. They were yelling threats. They were trying to push the police over to get to me. They were grabbing at us, and it got worse and worse and worse. And then finally we decided to make a move. I said, we've got to move. If there's not going to be reinforcements, we have to try to get to the hotel, which was another block. and they were shouting threats, to us, to kill us, to hurt us, but they're also shouting, say her name, Breonna Taylor. And it's like, you couldn't reason with this mob, but I'm actually the author of the Breonna Taylor law to end no-knock raids. So the irony is lost on these idiots that they're trying to kill the person who's actually trying to get rid of no-knock raids, and they were
yeah, no-knock raids. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but oh well. There you go. Stupid senators. I'll tell ya, what can you do? Let's keep on watching.
Shouting and screaming, and just really, these people were unhinged. But I can't tell you how, I'm not sure we would have made it. So as we're walking, sort of surrounded by the police, they're attempting to push the police over to get to me. So at one point, they push a policeman backwards. He stumbles, and he's trying to catch his balance, and I catch the back of his flak jacket to stabilize him and, make sure that he's okay, because he's our defense. I mean, if he's down, the mob's loose on us. And you've seen the pictures of what they do to you. If the police are not there, if you defund the police, if we become Portland, if America becomes Portland, what's going to happen is people are going to be pummeled and kicked in the head and left senseless on the curb.
It's fear-mongering, man. Oh, we're all going to turn into Portland. Bullshit. We're not going to turn into Portland, you fucking idiots. So I'm in Texas. We're Republican for the most part. We got Democrats in Texas, but Texas in a whole, we wouldn't go into Portland land. They might try, but I kind of really doubt it. We like guns. We got military over here. It's kind of a bad situation to try. You'd probably end up being dead. But oh well, never say never. But like I said, pretty sure we're ready if some kind of bullshit wants to try it. Like they say in Texas, and then they set it down. Oh, yeah, you want to get it, come get it. Try to take it.
What would have happened to us, I promise you, had we not had the DC police to support us. We are thankful that we have police, and we've got to wake up. We can't have the whole country. We can't have Joe Biden rule the country and have no police. I mean, we can't walk down the street in DC safely now. That's how bad it is.
I saw one police officer.
You can't be a fucking stupid senator. You got sent to a safe place, and then you go running back to your fucking hot place. You're a fucking idiot. You deserve what you get when you're a fucking idiot. What can you do? Like, well, we want to take our Uber to go back to the hotel across from the White House. You were at another hotel. You could have booked into that hotel and had your shit sent over from the other hot spot to your new safe spot. But no, you just wanted to fucking make a little thing on the streets with these people trying to get you. But really, if they were trying to get you, they wouldn't have fucked around with you. Crazy dumb fucking world. And fucking stupid Randall Paul, but he's from Kentucky, a senator from Kentucky. Oh well, what can you do, right?
Officer was actually using his bicycle to try to keep the crowd back. He fell into you. You almost stumbled and fell down. You and your wife are both okay, right?
We were unharmed, but it's still going on this morning. There's still mobs in the street blocking the streets, and I know it sounds like over the top to say that people from out of town, but I think we're going to find out that these people are hired and from out of town. Specifically in our case, I believe there are going to be people who were involved with the attack on us that actually were paid to come here, are not from Washington D.C., and are sort of paid to be.
Not from Washington, D.C. Are you fucking nuts? They're backed by fucking Democrat fucking people in office, you stupid fucker. Open your eyes. Do you see that shit happening in any Republican state? Fuck, no you don't. It's all been Democrat cities, Democrat states. If you have your head that far up your ass, I hope I'm not next to you when it fucking pops out, because you're fucking gonna sound like a fucking butt plug just going off. Just pop! I think somebody blew up. Somebody shot me. Got fucking shit stains all over me. Thanks, Senator Randall Paul, you dumb fuck. Somebody's gotta be paying them. Yeah, your fucking Democrat buddies, you dumb fucker.
Anarchist. And this is disturbing because really if you're inciting a riot, that's a crime. But if you're paying someone to incite a riot, that person needs to go to jail as well. But we can't live this way. It's getting worse and worse. You know, I like being free to be able to walk out and go for a walk in the park. We cannot go outside now. It's become so dangerous for us. And I don't hear Joe Biden or Kamala Harris saying one thing about the violence. This mob is their voters. This is the new Democrat Party. And if we don't resist this, the United States is going to become Portland. We're going to become Chicago. All of these failed cities Democrats have run, the president said it in his speech, if we allow them to take over the White House, we are going to become Portland. The country will be on fire. We have to have law and order, and we have to support the police. You know, I can't say that strong enough.
Senator, some of the people...
Well, at least you have a little common sense. Yeah, you gotta support the police. You gotta support the fucking cities. You got fucking maniacs running around having a free ticket to bash windows, go out and loot. Yeah, you're asking for a fucking chaos. Fucking idiots. We gotta support the police. Yeah, you do. You might want to fucking start getting the Justice Department to take care of these fucking Democrats in office, especially the mayors in these Democrat cities and the governors in these Democrat states, to get arrested with these fucking little Democrat-backed looters and burning the business down people. Maybe that'll wake your ass up. So maybe this is a good thing for you, Senator. But note to you, bud, when the Secret Services send you to another hotel, maybe you should check into that one and have Secret Service come get your shit out of your room and bring it back to your new hotel. Not take an Uber back to where you just almost got beat up or at least threatened. Okay, let's carry on. We're halfway there.
Papers today are reporting that what was being yelled at you was, as you said, say her name, Breonna Taylor. You said there were obscenities. I would not like you to repeat those, but you said there were threats. Tell us what the threats were.
Well, the threats were to F you up, to kill you. The threats were if they could get hold of you, and I truly believe this with every fiber of my being, had they gotten at us, they would have gotten us to the ground. We might not have been killed. We might just have been injured by being kicked in the head or kicked in the stomach until we were senseless. You've seen the pictures. Most of the networks will not show the pictures of this. This is happening in all of our cities. It's got to stop. And thank God for the police. Had we not gotten to the police, I truly believe that the police saved our life, and we would not be here today, or we'd be in a hospital today had the police not been there. And I'd like to thank them if they're watching this. We thanked them last night, but it was still a melee. They were still trying to get people, away from us. Even in the hotel, people were following us into the hotel.
Well, let me ask you this as an exit question. Given the fact that you said that these people are still on the streets, protesters are still on the streets, and we heard from Griff Jenkins about a half an hour ago that apparently a number of the businesses in Washington, D.C. are boarded up because they're worried about trouble going forward. Does a prominent Republican like yourself, somebody who is very recognizable, need to have security to simply walk on the streets of Washington, D.C., or major cities in America?
Probably yes, from now on. I don't feel it at home. At home, people are so friendly. I can go to the grocery store, and I want to live, the life of a normal person where I go to the grocery store and buy groceries or stop at the Minute Mart. And at home, I do feel that. But this also isn't normal. There's something going on here. This is like the FBI needs to be involved.
What do you mean something's going on? Senator, what do you mean something's going on? You've got a feeling. Tell us what you think.
My feeling is that there is interstate criminal traffic being paid for across state lines, but you won't know it unless you arrest them. Otherwise, you just think, oh, these are some normal hoodlums from a big city. I promise you that at least some of the members and the people who attacked us were not from D.C. They flew here on a plane. They've all got fresh new clothes, and they were paid to be here. It is a crime to do that, and it needs to be traced. The FBI needs to investigate, but the only way you can do it is you have to arrest people. And usually we say, oh, well, you didn't get hurt, so we're not going to arrest them. They were inciting a riot, and they would have killed us had the police not been there. They all need to be arrested, and I'm not saying forever, but they need to be arrested, questioned. They need to say, where are you staying? And the bills need to be subpoenaed by a judge to say, who paid for your bill? How did you get here on a plane and staying in a fancy hotel, and yet you're acting like a criminal? Something's going on here, and it's much bigger than people think. But the bottom line is, we can't let the United States become Portland, and that's what my fear is, that the United States is going to be on fire if we have no police. And look, I've been for reform. I've authored 22 criminal justice reforms. They were yelling at me, we're not going to let you go alive unless you'll say out loud you're for criminal justice reform. And I'm like, you idiot. You are so dense that you have no idea that I've been a leading advocate for criminal justice reform with President Obama, with President Trump, and you're going to try to kill me, and I've been trying to help the problems. And so this is what's sad, but it's such lawlessness. If we have this kind of lawlessness, I would say people are going to get killed. People have been killed. The former police chief, his story was so sorrowful to listen to his wife last night that was killed in St. Louis. The little girl, Sequoia Turner, 8 years old, was shot in the middle of the day in Atlanta because they took a wrong turn. But the police, they had let the mob take over a street corner armed. We can't let our cities be taken over by these marauders and thugs.
Well, we are glad you are.
Well, yeah, I think he's got some points on getting some. These people are coming in, being paid to fucking riot and loot, and we know who the fuck those people are, or their sponsors are. You can thank your little fucking Democrat mayors and governors that all this bullshit's happening in. Pretty much Democrat cities, Democrat states that have the power to stop these little fuckers, but don't. They actually defund the police. The prosecutors don't prosecute the fuckers. They let them go. So yeah, it's not these little scumbags. That's not the problem. It's the mayors. It's the governors. It's the prosecutors that won't prosecute, that have the power to stop this shit. But no, they do everything they can to let it fucking happen. And none of these little douchebag mayors or governors or prosecutors are not taken away by the Department of Justice and fucking ass beat with a big fucking kick out of their seats and possibly hung, because it's pretty much treason when you don't uphold your office, the duties of your office. You do not protect your people that you're supposed to be there for, and you're impeding cops. Are you fucking insane? If these governors and mayors in these Democrat states are not fucking communists, and all these little criminals that are out there looting and burning businesses are not communists, you gotta be fucking insane. But hey, I can't blame these looters and burning down businesses when you got open ticket to do it, knowing you aren't gonna get in trouble for it. Oh fuck, that's just like the Price is Right. But God save the fucking governor's soul and the mayor's soul when people finally say, whoa, you mean these two people, the mayor of this city and the governor of this city, could have stopped all this shit from the start, but to let it happen? I think the mayors and these governors are going to be hanging high. Alright, people, thanks for watching. That's my 2 cents on this poor Sanders ass beat, or kind of, I think, pretty much bullshit. You don't go back, Senator, to a place where people want to kill you. Especially when the Secret Service takes you to another hotel that's not fucking a hot spot. And you had the ability to fucking have them go get your shit and bring it to your new hotel. I don't know what you're hiding, Senator, but what the hell? If you gotta hide shit, don't bring it along on your trips. Alright. Well, have a fun night, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.